Hi guys and welcome to Strength Universe. Before we get into the video, I'd like to say thank you to Avengers Endgame and Brian Richards for suggesting the subject of today's video, which is a strength comparison between Ronnie Coleman, who won the Olympia a record equaling 8 times and is widely considered to be one of the strongest bodybuilders of all time, and he is up against Kirvay, who won his pro card in only his 4th bodybuilding competition and has just recently competed in his first ever powerlifting competition. The comparison starts with the squat, where both athletes are equipped with knee wraps, but Ronnie also has the addition of a single ply squat suit and has the bar loaded with a combined weight of 363 kilograms compared to Kyle's 347. In my opinion, Kyle demonstrates a better form by squatting to a lower depth. Although Ronnie used a squat suit, this provides far less benefit than the knee wraps that were used by both athletes. And even though Kyle showed better form, his 4.7% lower weight for half the repetitions means that Ronnie takes a narrow victory. The second comparison is a bench press, where we find both athletes using almost the same weight of 225 kilograms or 500 pounds. In my opinion, Kyle uses a better range of motion and shows much better control throughout the lift. Kyle just recently completed this 272 kilogram or 600 pound single, and this combined with his better form, range of motion and 2 additional repetitions means he takes a comfortable win. The bench press is followed by the seated overhead press, where Kyle and Ronnie are pressing an identical weight of 143 kilograms or 315 pounds. And while there's no doubt that Kyle again shows a more complete range of motion, it's clear from the outset that he's working at a much higher RPE. Despite Kyle's better form, Ronnie takes an easy victory in the seated overhead press by completing 140% more repetitions with an identical weight. Next up is a deadlift, where we find Ronnie pulling his now infamous 800 pound deadlift with the use of lifting straps and a belt just 5.5 weeks out from the Mr. Olympia. And Kyle is also making use of lifting straps, but no belt to pull 388 kilograms. Although Ronnie manages to pull 800 pounds for a double, those 2 repetitions still calculate to be a 4% lower total output than Kyle's 855 pound single, and thus Kyle takes the win. The 5th comparison is a dumbbell press, where both athletes are using 91 kilogram or 200 pound dumbbells, which Kyle impressively lifts and positions himself.
Last one, come on! Cross! Get it up! Up!
Ronnie rarely loses a dumbbell press, and so that proves to be the case here, as he manages over double the repetitions with very good form. The penultimate lift is a bent over row, where Ronnie and Kyle were using an identical weight of 225 kilograms or 495 pounds. But that's where the similarities stop, as the form being demonstrated couldn't be more different. After carefully considering the differences in the form being used, I felt that this one was too close to call, so I've listed it as a draw, and I will leave it for you to decide who should win. The final comparison is the incline bench press, where we find both athletes performing a lift in the off-season and using an identical weight of 184 kilograms or 405 pounds. In my opinion, Kyle shows the better range of motion and control in the eccentric phase of the lift. Both athletes complete 7 unassisted repetitions, but Kyle's considerably better range of motion and control equates to the weight moving a much greater distance on each rep. This is demonstrated by the fact that Ronnie completes 6 repetitions in the same time it takes Carl to do 3, and thus Carl's working output is considerably higher and he takes the win. The incline press leaves the overall result as a draw, but it would be great to hear your opinion, so please leave a comment below letting me know who you think won the bent over row and the comparison overall. I've left the athletes' social media links and credits in the description below, so please check those out and give them a follow. And finally, if you enjoyed the video, please help to support my channel by smashing like, sharing the video, and if you haven't done so already, subscribing. Thank you.